Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before starting, subscribe and like the videos, it really helps. The content from this video are taken from the web novel and manga series of Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Now please enjoy the video. It's something that everyone knows. The problem is that guardian protector. Honestly, it's the first time I've seen that species, as well. The one who takes the initiative and cuts off the conversation is Elinalise. Gisu continues, moreover, that's right, you can tell it's a HYDRA just from seeing it. But a variety with those kind of emerald green scales, I've never heard of such a thing. Furthermore, it can even regenerate. Talhand crosses his arms while continuing to make a troubled face, as well. It's known that hydras are a species of dragon. A dragon that has a number of heads, although it doesn't flock, even alone it's generally the ultimate class in terms of power. Certainly, I had heard that they were living somewhere on the magic continent. Just from what has been currently confirmed, I know of 3 types. They're differentiated by the color of their scales. The known types are white, gray, and gold. Something like a hydra with emerald green scales doesn't exist. That is most likely a multi-headed, magic stone dragon, or manatite hydra. The one who says that is Roxy. I've read about it in a book once. It's a demonic dragon. All of the scales of its body are covered in magic stones which absorb magic power. They were witnessed around the time of the Second Human-Demon War. It's written that they went extinct, together with the annihilation of the continent. I was convinced they were just a fairy tale though, to think they really exist. Magic power absorption, in other words, it is immune to magic, I guess. Does that mean that we're unable to damage that thing at all? If what's written in the book is true, then if you cast from 0 distance it should be effective. 0 distance, you say, that huge thing. Furthermore, just by pressing against its razor-sharp body, you receive wounds as if put through a cheese grater. Does that mean we have to directly touch the hydra and use magic? All of our fingers will end up chopped off. However, even at the point we're able to damage it, it can regenerate. What can be done? Regeneration is troublesome. However, it's not as if we can't defeat it, I say. The hydra regenerates. Even after hearing that, I am not surprised. It's because I had the mythological knowledge that a hydra regenerates. Even if we chop its heads off, they regenerate each in a few moments. What can be done to defeat something like that? Roxy was groaning as she agrees as well. However, I didn't think it was as troublesome as everyone else did. Even despite up until now, I've almost never ran into regenerating monsters. For some reason, because I have my knowledge from my previous life, for the time being, I have an idea. After raising my hand with a proposal, the looks gathered to me. If you cauterize the hydra's opened necks with fire, they won't regenerate is something I've heard. I start telling the story of the hero of Greek myth of Heracles. Heracles fought with a hydra. According to that, I know it was said that he burned the cut end of the necks of the hydra in order to prevent the regeneration. Honestly, it's just a myth after all. Its credibility is unproven. However, the response is good. I see now, burning the wound, huh. We don't have any torches, but if it's a wound without scales then there's no worry about the magic being blocked. There's value in giving it a try. I don't know just how similar the hydras in this world are to the tales of Hydra in my previous life. Though in my previous life, it said that the hydras have immortal heads. On this side maybe, if you were to just burn all of the heads, it might all too easily die. It's a negative way of thinking about it, but as long as it's a living thing, it should die. Alright, then let's try carrying that out and see. With Gisu's words, the plan is decided. My suggestion isn't certain. However, things of certainty are nowhere to be found. Honestly, I feel it might be good to return to the city once, as well. Even though one could argue we have consumed almost no energy, the enemy is powerful. It might be good to do preparations for a boss fight. It's possible to hire skilled warriors just for the sake of the boss fight. I don't know just how many swordsmen there are who can decapitate a hydra's head. But with the city's number of adventurers, if we were to search, I'm sure we could find at least one. But, I'm sure Paul wouldn't agree. If I were to say something like returning now, his morale state seems to say he would then challenge the hydra alone. Besides, even if we are to return, I can't imagine that we would even be able to find items or mercenaries that can work well against that hydra. There are countermeasures. We've already gathered the precise balance of people to do it. Then, this is the part where we should advance ahead. Hey, Paul. This is fine, right? Yeah. That's a reply with no spirit, do you get it? No one other than you can cut that thing's heads off. I'm sure Elinalise and Talhand would be able to leave a wound on those scales, as well. Still, it won't reach the point of decapitation. Paul will cut off the heads and then I'll use chantless magic, immediately burning it. Such an assignment of roles is necessary. Depending on the situation, it might require me to approach to a considerably close distance, as well, in order to pinpoint burn just the wound, since the probability is high that the surrounding scales will nullify friendly fire, as well. In that case, the other 3 people will act as a diversion to distract the HYDRA from my attacks. If the decoys take any damage, then Roxy will heal them. It becomes that sort of role assignment. There's nothing but that. Naturally, as it is, attacks will come for me, as well. I will be standing in a considerably dangerous position, directly in front of the HYDRA. Rudy. Paul's eyes are facing towards me. He is looking at me with somewhat hesitant eyes and says, "You are, really a reliable son." That kind of flattery, let's save it for after we defeat the HYDRA. It's not flattery. I really think that. Paul says that and laughs at himself. I can't become calm like you, I couldn't come up with ideas either. I'm an idiot, who couldn't think of anything other than recklessly running in. Paul continues, the shape of his mouth twists, almost like he is chewing on the words with his molars. I'm a terrible father. It doesn't seem like I'll be able to become a role model for my son. Paul says in a tone bursting with determination. His look was tremendously strong. Yes, his eyes are filled with such strong power, almost as if his look can kill. It's resolve. Paul has decided his resolve. With that, let me say it. I know it's not something for a parent to say, though listen well. Yes, I receive his look from head on. Save your mom, even if you have to die. Paul says. Facing his son, even if you have to die. However, I don't feel he's a terrible old man. This is trust. Paul is thinking of me as his equal. For this reason, he was serious. Then I need to respond, yes. All right, let's go. With Paul's words, everyone stands up. The rematch with the HYDRA begins. That's it guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want more and don't forget to like the videos.